morning, students. Yes, yesterday I got a message from most of the students. Sir, please make the video for the 10th class. So on the request of those students who have very needy, so I'll start this video from today onwards. 10th maths and 10th science continuous, so that a day after, I think so, I will be provide you, because I have not much time. So we will continue with part of our which I left for the 10th maths. So today we are taken the chapter number 4, quadratic equations. And in this quadratic equations, let us start what are the main tips, and after the main tips I'll give you the chapters brief part, and then further I'll describe the exercise questions. As you very well aware that the quadratic means you have very well aware the linear equations which is in one variables, then you also aware linear equation in two variables which you have to read in 9th class. Now we have to win quadratic equations in chapter number 4. Now quadratic equations is basically your second degree equations, and now we start quadratic equations. I'll give you the main tips, so that whatever very important for these chapters I describe you initially, and in the questions wherever it is useful I'll describe to you. So continuously the part of quadratic equations we will start the lectures. Yes, now here is a quadratic equations. Quadratic equation. Now today is 17th, and I think so this chapter is going on, because this chapter is basically chapter number 4. So this chapter is in your book 4 NCRT. Now this is quadratic equation chapter 4 NCRT. Now we have what is a quadratic equations. We have to just first of all know what is a quadratic equation. Now any polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic equation. So your definition is this is chapter your 4. So definition is a polynomial of degree 2 is called to be quadratic polynomial. Yes, a polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. So you have very well aware about the polynomials, because in the previous classes we have given little bit of the hint. Now I'll given you for your kind informations. You have read linear polynomials in 1 degree, then linear polynomials in 2 degree, then you have to read the second degree equations. And second degree equations is basically your quadratic polynomials. So here we have a polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomials. Here is a general terms of it is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. In other words, I say this is general equation of quadratic polynomials. This is general equation. I say general equation. Now it is a general equation of quadratic polynomials where a, b, c are your real numbers, belongs to R, real numbers, and x is a variable. So our general equation is for ax square plus bx plus c is our quadratic equation, which is also known as general equation of quadratic polynomial. Now for first, you have to be very well aware. I'll give you the tips. One is, let us suppose for any real number, for any real number alpha, the polynomial value will be given as p of x, which is equal to, you can write ax square plus bx plus c. Basically this general polynomial can be described with some sort of a symbol that is known as px. Px is polynomial, and this polynomial px of second degree is ax square plus bx plus c, and for any real number alpha, its value will be given by p of alpha is equal to a of alpha square plus b of alpha plus c. It means your value, whatever you want to calculate for a real number, you put that value in this quadratic equation, in the variable, and you would find the value of a alpha square plus b alpha plus c. So this is the value of the polynomial. You can say it is value of the polynomial, is known as the value of the polynomial. So value of you can say polynomial at alpha, value of polynomial at alpha. So this is the first part which you have to remind. Second part is, if you have suppose px, let us suppose this is again the polynomial px, which is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Now if we can equate it, px is equal to 0. Px is equal to 0 means this polynomial value at the value of 0. So what its value? It is called the 0 of the polynomial. It is, then if you equate this value to be 0, then 0 of the polynomial given the value, you would find the zeros of polynomial, the zeros of polynomial, the zeros of polynomial is known as root of the equation, is called root of the equation. What does it stands? It stands if you have given any polynomial and you have to calculate its value at 0. Then whatever the value will be come out, that is known as root of the equation. Now the part which roots are coming, these roots might be either your real or distinct. Now roots can be number one, real or distinct. Second, roots can be equal and third, roots are imaginary. Roots are imaginary. Means you have three types of roots you can find out. Roots can be equal or you can say it is real and constant. Real इसको दूसरी भाषा में you can say real and coincident. Coincident. So बच्चों, आज हमने जो है आपकी रिक्वेस्ट के ऊपर 10th के नेक्स्ट चैप्टर्स जो है स्टार्ट किए हैं और जहाँ पर हमने रोका था वहीं से हमने स्टार्ट किया है। चैप्टर 2 के हमने हर टाइप के क्वेश्चंस कर लिए थे। हर टाइप के क्वेश्चंस को आपने टाइप 1, टाइप 2, टाइप 3, टाइप 4 में मैंने आपको डिस्क्राइब किया था। इसी प्रकार चैप्टर 1 में भी आपको मैंने टाइप 1, टाइप 2, टाइप 3, टाइप 4 एंड सो ऑन इस तरह डिस्क्राइब किया था। तो इन टाइप 1, टाइप 2, टाइप 3, टाइप 4 के अंदर वो सारे क्वेश्चंस आते हैं जो एक्सरसाइज के अंदर आपको दिए हैं। आप उन क्वेश्चंस को देखने के बाद आप ये समझ पाएंगे कि किस तरह से वो क्वेश्चंस करने होंगे। अब यहाँ पर भी मैं उसी प्रकार से कोशिश करूँगा, लेकिन कुछ बच्चों की डिमांड आई है कि सर एक्सरसाइज के साथ जो है आप क्वेश्चंस दीजिए, क्योंकि टाइप 1, टाइप 2, टाइप 3 में हमें ये नहीं पता लग पाता कि कौन कौन से क्वेश्चन किस किस टाइप के हैं। तो चलिए अब से मैं उन बच्चों की डिमांड के ऊपर उसी प्रकार से जो है एक्सरसाइज वाइज जो इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस होंगे उनको ब्लैक बोर्ड पे कर दिया करूँगा और कुछ होमवर्क के लिए आपको दे दिया करूँगा। अगर बाई चांस मैं कोई क्वेश्चन छोड़ देता हूँ तो इसका मतलब ये है कि वो होमवर्क के लिए आपको क्वेश्चंस है, आप खुद उसको ट्राई करें और देखें उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम आ रही है या नहीं आ रही। अगर नहीं आ रही तो आप मेरे तक पहुंचने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, लेकिन अगर आपको प्रॉब्लम आए तो मेरा लिंक इस वीडियो में दिया होता है, उसके ऊपर आप व्हाट्सएप करके मेरे से जो है अपनी प्रॉब्लम को शेयर कर सकते हैं। तो वी विल कंटिन्यू विद दिस पार्ट। और यहाँ पर मैंने आज चैप्टर 4 में हमने जो लिया है वो क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशंस को लिया है और ये एनसीईआरटी बुक्स के अंदर चैप्टर 4 की डिस्क्रिप्शन है। बहुत ज़्यादा डिटेल्स में मैं नहीं जा रहा, क्योंकि मेन टॉपिक जो मेन बातें हैं उनको आपको समझा रहा हूँ। यहाँ पर आपने पहले 9th में और 10th में पढ़ा था कि क्या नाम आपका लीनियर इक्वेशन किसे कहती है। लीनियर इक्वेशन 1 डिग्री यानी 1 डिग्री के अंदर यानी एक घातीय समीकरण के अंदर आपने पढ़ा था। फिर आपने लीनियर इक्वेशन इन 2 डिग्री 2 वेरिएबल्स पढ़ा था, यानी 2 यानी अलग अलग चर राशियों में आपने समीकरण पढ़ा था। यानी पहला समीकरण मैं एग्जांपल दूं तो x + 5 = योर 0, सेकंड का एग्जांपल दूं तो x + y = 7। इस प्रकार से आपने समीकरण पढ़े थे और इनसे आपने ग्राफ भी बनाए हैं 9th क्लास के अंदर। अब हमें 10th क्लास में जो क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशंस है, बेसिकली इस चैप्टर के अंदर हमारे पोलिनोमियल्स के ऊपर जो है ये चैप्टर्स है और इसके अंदर जो बातें बताई गई हैं उसमें बच्चों सबसे पहली बात ये पोलिनोमियल्स के ऊपर ही बात है। ये तो पोलिनोमियल्स 1 डिग्री के पोलिनोमियल्स, 2 डिग्री के पोलिनोमियल्स, 3 डिग्री के पोलिनोमियल्स, 4 डिग्री के, इस तरह से आपके पोलिनोमियल्स आपके n डिग्री के आपके बनते हैं। तो पोलिनोमियल्स का आपके इस चैप्टर्स में जो लिंक है वो 2 डिग्री से ज़्यादातर मेन लिंक है, जिसमें कि क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशंस है। अब यहाँ पर जो है क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशंस की डेफिनेशंस में ये डेफिनेशन आती है कि यानी कोई भी द्विघात समीकरण वो समीकरण है जिसमें कि एक चुनिंदा आम जो इक्वेशन है वो ax² + bx + c होगी और किसी भी रियल नंबर्स के लिए यानी अल्फा के लिए उसकी जो यानी द्विघात समीकरण की जो वैल्यू है यानी उसका जो मूल्य है वो अल्फा के ऊपर, अगर x की जगह के ऊपर आप अल्फा रख दें तो उस द्विघात समीकरण का वो सारा का सारा यानी जो अल्फा के ऊपर वैल्यू आपको कैलकुलेट करनी है वो आप निकाल पाएंगे, यानी अल्फा के ऊपर उस समीकरण का मान। इसके बाद हमने आपको बताया कि कोई भी अगर सपोज द्विघात समीकरण है और द्विघात समीकरण को अगर सपोज आप इक्वेट करते हैं 0 पे, तो आपको जो है ऐसे रूट्स मिलते हैं जो कि पोलिनोमियल्स के रूट्स कहलाते हैं। यानी इसको अगर आप सॉल्व करें px इज इक्वल टू 0 के ऊपर तो आपको कुछ रूट्स मिलेंगे। यानी आपको जो है दो अलग अलग जो है एक रूट्स मिलेंगे, और ये रूट्स जो है आपके रियल भी हो सकते हैं और आपके डिस्टिंक्ट होंगे, दोनों अलग अलग होंगे। रूट्स जो है इक्वल भी हो सकते हैं और रियल और कॉन्सिडेंट्स भी हो सकते हैं, और रूट्स जो हैं आपके इमेजनरी भी आ सकते हैं। यानी आपके ये जो है एक प्रकार से इमेजनरी का मतलब होता है कि आपका यानी रूट्स जो हैं रियल ना होना, यानी आपके जो एक नेगेटिव साइन के साथ आपको देखने को मिलते हैं। अब इसके बाद जो बातें हम आपको समझाना चाहते हैं वो बातें अब थोड़ी सी और मैं विस्तार में बताने जा रहा हूँ। आइए उसको आगे पढ़ते हैं। नाउ इसके बाद जो है हम पढ़ने जा रहे हैं कि जो इक्वालिटी इक्वेशंस है उसको आप जो है क्वालिटी इक्वेशन को आप किस प्रकार से सॉल्व करते हैं। यानी क्वालिटी इक्वेशन को आप परफेक्ट स्क्वायर बना करके सॉल्व करते हैं। तो योर नेक्स्ट पार्ट इज योर विच इज थर्ड इज a quadratic equation can be solved. A quadratic equation can be solved by making perfect square. Now in this case you have, let us suppose if ax square plus bx plus c is your quadratic equations, and you make out a perfect square where a b c, I'll write down a b c are your a b c belongs to your real numbers, a b and c belongs to real number, and x cannot be your you can say x is your variable, and your value will be here x is variable and a is not to be 0. So this is your quadratic equation. If you make out perfect square, if you make out perfect square, then its value will be given as x is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. Now this is the equation. Means to find out its value, so first make out the perfect square, and after making the perfect square you would find the value of x will be given this formula. And this b square minus 4ac is denoted by d, which is known as discriminant, and you have always some part here. First is b square minus 4ac, if greater than 0 then roots are real, then roots are real. Second, if b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then two roots are equal, then roots are equal. Then if third condition is if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, which means the roots are imaginary. यानी ये रूट्स जो है वास्तविक नहीं होंगे। अगर नेगेटिव होंगे तो आपको ये जो है जो रूट्स है नेगेटिव होने के कारण जो है आपका ये एक प्रकार से इमेजनरी होंगे, यानी वास्तविक नहीं होंगे। जबकि यहाँ वास्तविक होंगे अगर सपोज 0 से ज़्यादा आता है तो, और अगर सपोज ये बराबर आता है तो दो इक्वल रूट्स आपको प्राप्त होंगे। तो ये था चैप्टर के बारे में। नाउ वी हैव टू बिन कम आउट द एक्सरसाइज नंबर 4.1, यानी फर्स्ट एक्सरसाइज पे चलते हैं, फर्स्ट टाइप के क्वेश्चंस के ऊपर। अब उनको हम जो है आपको डिस्क्राइब करेंगे. नाउ एक्सरसाइज नंबर योर 4.1. Now 4.1. Now question number 1 is saying, what is question number 1? Question number 1 is saying, check whether the following are quadratic equation. Question number 1, check whether the following equation are quadratic. Now to check whether the quadratic equation is not or it will be, you very well aware that quadratic equation is in form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is general equations you have, and where a, b, c are your belongs to your real numbers, where a is not to be 0. In other words, you can say, or x is variable. So first question is, I will take this question. First part of this question is x plus 1 square is equal to 2 into x minus 3. 2 into x minus 3. Now let us suppose we will do these questions. How we can solve these questions? See it. Now to solve these questions, you very well aware that before to go on the questions, I described little bit. You very well aware that a plus b ka whole square is equal to your a square plus 2ab plus b square. You have learned in the previous class, that is in 9th. So by this way, you open this bracket so you can find solution x square plus 2x plus 1. Right? So 1 ka square you can say, in other words, or I'll write down 1. So because if you can multiply it with this one, I'll write down with the same symbol formula so that you can understand. X square plus 2 into x into 1 plus 1 square. So this is the part. And you multiply 2 with this, so 2x minus of 6. Here you would find, you take this all out left hand side, so your value will become out x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 2x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now you know that this 2x and this 2x goes off. Your 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. So x square plus 7 is your 0. Now see this, compare this equation with your general equations. You have find, shall I write like this? This equation is 1 into x square plus 0 into x plus 7 is equal to 0. Now compare these two equations, you would find this is the similar kind of equation. So hence you can say it is a quadratic equation. So your answer is, since equations is similar to quadratic, equation, since equation is similar to quadratic equation, hence it is quadratic equation. So this is your answer of this question. So you can write like this. answer of this question is yours. This one. So this is the first questions, and I'll take one more part. Before to start the one more part, I describe. Now I take the question number third. In question number third, it is said. Let us write down question number third of exercise number 4.1. Now in question number third, it is given x minus 2. X minus 2 x plus 1 is equal to x minus 1, x minus 2 x plus 1, x minus 1 and x plus 3. Now in above questions you have to show whether it is quadratic equations or not. So first of all we multiplied this both of them. So you are multiplying x into x, x square, then x into your 1, your plus x, minus 2x, then minus 2 into 1, it is minus 2. Now x into x, x square, x into x, x square, then x plus 3, your x into 3, your 3x, then minus x, then minus 3. Now multiplying both, you would find x square plus x minus 2x minus 2. Here you would get x square plus 3x, x square plus 3x minus x and minus 3. So you would find, after solving this one, x square, here is minus 2x, subtract x, so you would find it only x and minus 2 is here. And here x square, then 3x minus x, so will be plus 2x minus 3. Now take out all these, this side, what you can get. Let us transfer these all. So you would find x square minus x minus 2 minus x square minus 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. So I'll take all these right hand side to be left hand side. So your value will be x square goes off, minus x and minus 3x, it gives you your minus 3x, and this is minus 2 and here is 3, so plus 1 is equal to 0. Now if I'll suppose I'll just compare this equation with this one, that is quadratic equation, you would find this is single degree equation, and whereas there is no any kind of quadratic form. So I can say, since a is here 0, so I'll say it is not a quadratic equation. On comparison, I'll write down on compare, here with general equation, it is not quadratic. It is not quadratic equation, because you have already seen this is here a is 0. If you can write this equation, so a is 0. So our assumption is a is not to be 0. So in this case, you cannot be right in this form, this equation. So on the comparison with general equations, it is not general equation of, it is not quadratic equation. So this is the questions of question number 3. Now we have one more question, which is something like of little bit change. That is question number, I'll take question number 7. I think so. 7 question is there. So I'll take this part of 7th. So 7th part is, now 7th part is our similar x plus 2 cube is equal to 2 into x square minus 1. Now this is question 7th of first part. So in this case you can open this bracket with a plus b cube. It is given because a plus b cube is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. Now if you can open this bracket with this formula, this is your a and this is your b. So opening this one, you would find x cube plus 3x square, 3x square into 2, 3x square into 2, then 3x into 2 square, then your 2 cube. This is your left hand side, and from right hand side you would get 2x square minus 2, 2x square minus 2. Now if I transfer this all, x cube plus 3 to the 6 x square plus 2 to the 4, 4 3 are 12x plus 8, 2 cube is 8 and minus 2x square plus 2. So I will transfer whole of the part on the left hand side. So you would find balance will be 6x square and minus 2x square will be left with 4x square, 12x as it is, and 8 plus 2 is your 10. Now compare this equation with quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, c belongs to R and a is not to be 0. Now here you would find this is cubic equation, whereas this is quadratic equation. So it will not be quadratic because it is a cubic one. So you can write, since it is cubic equation, hence it cannot be quadratic. It cannot be quadratic. Quadratic equation. So this is your answer of this question. So this way you can check and do the other questions. In case if you find any problem, my link is given in the last of the video. Contact me